Yo, what is up, everybody? We are back at it again with our Extreme Red Nuzlocke. Hopefully everybody's doing alright today. I know I am. Let's get right into this. Going straight to the first rocket grunt that we fight, and he has an intimidating Jinx. But that's alright. We got our dragon type Ponyta here. Iris is going to bring in the dub. Fire flamethrower might not be very effective, but that's alright. We're going to try out some different things because we don't know exactly what type it is. For some reason it goes for splash, so you know, have nothing to worry about here. And with that being said, with a final lick, we take it down, and then we're getting the older version of ourselves, you know, Rapidash. A little bit intimidating, so we're going to send in Hedwig. You know, he's got this. Nothing to worry about. Luckily, Ice Beam is, you know, not a flying type, or ice type move in this because of the extreme randomizer, so you got to love that. We got to keep on moving on. Taking out the Eevee as well with a single Dizzy Punch, I believe. Yes, and the crit did not matter, I doubt it, because Hedwig is a boss. With that being said, we move on to the next part of the cave with a brand new TM, you know, that being Petal Dance. We're not going to teach that to anybody right now. With that being said, let's move right on into the next rocket battle. Sends out a Hypno, you know, ain't nothing, got nothing to worry about here, because that's not going to be very effective against us. But, you know, this flamethrower, we should have just gone for 2 flamethrowers in a row, but for some reason I wanted to conserve my power points, so I went for Boomerang. Well, this guy, I didn't know that Hypno would be super bulky. Wouldn't have assumed that because, you know, random stats and all that. So we gotta send out someone else because Iris is weak, so we're hoping this Golem is not very strong. And it looks like he's pretty damn bulky, so it's time to send out Yggdrasil, hopefully. We're gonna see if maybe, nope. Never mind, we fake out the Yggdrasil and go straight to Felix. Felix never lets us down, and we're hoping, oh, nope. Of course, as soon as I say that, we get hit by Confusion. But that's alright, a single headbutt, which is electric type by the way, knocks out that Golem. We find a hidden antidote and move on to the next chamber, close to the end of the cave. Skip the first rocket because for some reason he's not, you know, gonna force us to battle him. And we skip all the way to the end of the last rocket that we fight right before the fossils. He sends out a little baby Execute, or a baby Yggdrasil, if you may, and he's not very intimidating. We're just gonna set up some cheese on him, honestly. We need Kevin he needs to get that juice, man. He needs to get bulky. Unfortunately, the cheese does not save us, and we get put to frickin' sleep, man. I mean, that's just our luck sometimes, you know. The cheese normally doesn't like to work in our favor, but we stay in, we wake ourselves up, and we just keep on trucking through. Luckily, he goes for Dig while we do another double team, and he misses, and we finish him off. With that being said, all that's left is Kabuto. We try to set up the cheese again, hopefully. And it actually works this time. He actually hit himself twice. OMG. Let's go. Gotta love that right there. And that is the last rocket of the cave. Finally knocked out. Then we run into this little Parasect here. We're not gonna pay him no mind. We're just gonna we're gonna grab the hidden item that's right here. Finally get a nice little revive. Sell that for some money since, you know, we can't use revives anyway. Moving on, we find a Cloyster. Now, I have learned that Cloysters are absolutely terrifying in this randomizer. Why? I have no idea. I don't remember what type they are, but their moveset is annoying. Actually, no, I do remember their typing. It's ground. And we don't have a lot of stuff that's good against rock and ground. So, we're about to take some major damage. At least I'm pretty sure he was a ground type. Yep. So Felix can't do nothing to him, so it's all up to Hedwig. I mean, if Hedwig can't do this, we might be, you know, we might be out. But that's alright, we have nothing to worry about, because Hedwig brings home the gold, as always. Never anything to worry about, especially with Super Fang, just taking down half their HP as long as they're not a ghost type, you know? We got nothing to worry about with this man here. This man is the cheese. And then with that, we finally try to give Yggdrasil some more love, since he hasn't gotten a whole lot this series. So we try to do some karate chops that don't really do a whole lot to him. So we're gonna try some drill pecks, see if that does anything. It's so weird seeing a tree do a drill peck, you know. It's like the tree fights back against the woodpecker. But after finally defeating him, of course we go with Lord Helix for the memes, and then we move on out of this cave straight to Cerulean City, but not before grabbing this TM up here, which not gonna lie, was pretty happy with, you know, getting slashed like that. It was pretty awesome. Did not decide to teach it yet. We're holding off on that until after we get more mons for our team. Which, speaking of which, we should be pretty close to getting our 6th encounter. So we go and heal at the Pokemon Center. And from there, we put some items away, since, you know, we can't do anything with that fossil yet. You know, not until Cinnabar, God forbid. And as well as all the TMs, you know, that we have found. Put those in our PC, and we go to get our 6th encounter. Hopefully it's something good, because, you know, we're really needing that power to like, bring some stability to our team. Something to help us with the ground types, right? Ooh, and what do you know? We find a Rhydon, dude. I mean, this guy is... Rhydons are normally in the main game. They are just awesome. He tries to hit us with a Fire Spin, misses, hits us with a Crab Hammer, almost one-shots our boy Kevin. It is up to Yggdrasil to get out here now. Hits us with an Egg Bomb, which we already know is a Rock-type move, which, us being a Flying type, that really scares us. But it seems like Tri-Attack being a Fighting type... Nothing to worry about. We got him down in the red with a crit. Almost one-shotted him. Yggdrasil almost went over and beyond what we needed. So thank goodness he didn't, because we really need this. 2 balls down. Still haven't caught it. If we get hit with another Crab Hammer, we're done for. But luckily, we catch the frickin' Rhydon. And we're going to name this thing Digger, because I'm unoriginal and I can't think of any cool nicknames at the time. But with that being said, we check a look at Digger. He's a rock type, decent stats, not gonna lie. Pretty happy about that. He'll stay on the team. We're not gonna raise him up in this episode. He's probably just gonna stay on the sideline, stay as a Sackmon in case, you know, we actually need that. And with that being said, we head back to the Pokemon Center, heal up our team, and it's time to take on the rival. Hopefully the rival doesn't have anything too crazy for us in this battle. We're looking forward to it though. I mean, I think we'll be able to take him on pretty easily. We're gonna hopefully set up with Kevin, you know, get going with the drill pecks, testing out our damage first, because, you know, Kevin's damage isn't really the best, but that's okay. We confuse him, he hits himself, and then we start setting up. We finally do substitute for the first time just to see how we do, and then start setting up double teams like no frickin' tomorrow. Somehow my substitute breaks in 1 hit from the drill peck, which makes no sense to us because this Gloom does not look like it does big damage. Not that we'll ever get to see it, because it kills it. We destroy it without it hitting us, other than when it was in our substitute form. Then we fight Doduo, who uses conversion to change itself into a psychic type. Since knowing its type now, we can just destroy it with drill pecks. Then it comes out to the Clefairy. We have no idea what this thing does, but it immediately puts itself to sleep, healing itself. So we're just like, you know what? Screw it. We're going to drill peck it to death. We're just going to test out our damage. Hopefully we can 3-shot this thing before it heals itself, and we do. Fantastic. It's time for our rival starter, which is the scariest starter I've ever seen. This, for some reason, Chansey, I don't know what typing it is. I think it's ground. 90% sure it's ground and something, but it is terrifying. I mean, this thing has Blizzard, it has Solar Beam, it's ridiculous how powerful this thing is. And it scares us, so, you know, it's time to swap out. We don't know what to send in because we don't want to get hit with anything. But luckily we get hit with the Blizzard. It doesn't do nearly half, so what we do is we come in, we hit it with a Waterfall. Luckily it hits itself. Waterfall isn't quite enough. It's no longer fused, goes for Solar Beam, and we finish off with the Boomerang. What a battle. I mean, and we went up, we got Felix up, which is great, because we're going to be needing this boy, honestly, for that second gym, because we have no idea what Misty's going to have, and hopefully it's not going to be anything too crazy. With that being said, it's off to Nugget Bridge. We didn't have too many problems with this, honestly. I enjoyed all of these battles. Honestly, the scariest Pokemon that we found on Nugget Bridge was probably Wigglytuff. And not necessarily this Wigglytuff, but just Wigglytuff in general. Like, it's the Pokemon you don't really think about being scary in an extreme randomizer, because you're like, oh yeah, the Rhydon, you know, that makes sense for it to be scary. But a Wigglytuff? Why would Wigglytuff be scary? Well, 1, it always freaking paralyzes me. And 2, it just has a really annoying moveset, you know. Luckily, Iris, being the awesome dragon type that she is, just absolutely decimates everything with Flamethrower because she has such a high special. Thank God we have a special attack on this little lady right here. So, We got to move on. We try to go for a lick. Luckily, we got the burn. And, you know, we're still missing because he used minimize. But that's all right. We get the crit on the flamethrower, which was not super effective. It was not very effective at all, actually. We find another Doduo. So we don't know what this guy's typing is yet. So we just go for it. For some reason, Thunder Punch is either a rock type move or a electric type move. We haven't fully decided, but now that he used conversion, we know he for sure is a flying type like us. We try to stay in against the Dugong, which might not have been a great idea since it has Clamp, which is an absolutely terrifying move. So with the Clamp coming at us, we swap over to Hedwig because, you know, Hedwig he's not afraid of this at all. Or so we thought, until he got flinched, and Bite did over half, almost brought us to half. So, with that being said, we're hoping Felix can come in, take care of the Dugong. Didn't think that Dugong would be very scary, but luckily we get the crit, we one-shot it, and we move on to the next person in line. He sends out a choke me daddy, but we're not worried about this. Felix is gonna unfortunately miss the high jump kick, and we forgot because we had him a chop earlier that it was a ground type. So with it being a ground type, we're just like freaking out. We don't know who to go to. So we're just like, you know what? We're gonna spam recover with Hedwig. Hopefully he doesn't go for any rock type moves while we try to absolutely destroy this man for some easy XP. And luckily the Machoke goes down super easily. Doesn't even hit our boy. With that being said, he sends out a Sand Slash, and we send out Iris. Yes, we're paralyzed. We're not too worried about it, but what scares us is how little damage we did against this Sand Slash. I mean, we did like nothing. So what do? We try to hit him with the Dizzy Punch and see how much damage we do. We do over half with a single Dizzy Punch and easily put him down in the second half. With that being said, we try to keep Felix leveling up because, you know, he really is our all-rounder for this team other than Iris. But, you know, Iris is still in her technically baby form even though she's evolved once. So we keep moving on. We take on the next one. Easily take it out. The next trainer sends out her Nidoran. It gets one-shotted. Drowsy. We're kind of like, I can't believe we just got poisoned. This really sucks. But that's okay. Luckily, we bought antidotes at the store, so we're going to go ahead, quickly pop an antidote, not have to go to the Pokemon Center, and move on to the second to last trainer, technically the last Nugget trainer. And what does he have? He has a friggin' Wigglytuff, but that's alright. Felix is here. He's ready. He's not afraid of this thing. We're going to try out a high jump kick. It does nearly nothing. So what do? We go for some headbutts. We get paralyzed. We're going to try out Waterfall because we still don't know what this thing's typing is. We're just trying to figure it out. But that being said, we think it's a rock type, but it almost takes out our Felix here. That crit kind of scared us a little bit, but luckily Felix is kind of bulky, gets that level 19. And with that being said, there is only one more trainer left. For some reason, this trainer thinks that after, you know, destroying this entire Nugget Bridge that we plan on joining Team Rocket. Like, nah, man, I'm good. I've already fought y'all before. Y'all kind of suck. And he's like, oh, I suck? Let me send out my Alakazam, which just happens to be one of my favorite Gen 1 Pokemon. If not, probably my favorite. So, and with that being said, we're like, all right, he can't have anything else that's super scary, right? No, this man has a Gengar. He's like, dude, I'm not the regular Rocket Grunts that you normally fight. I have an Alakazam and a Gengar. I have two awesome mons. And it's like, bro, why are you not leading Team Rocket? Why are you on recruitment? You should be the one out there destroying 10-year-olds from thwarting your frickin' business. I'm just saying, you know. But moving on, we have to swap out from Iris because Iris is taking a beating from this Gengar. Unfortunately, she can't destroy the Gengar as easily as she did the Alakazam. So, with that being said, we have to send in Hedwig. Hedwig comes in, gets to level 20. We easily destroy it. We don't want to use Hedwig too much more, you know, being level 20. We don't want to over-level from Misty, you know. We want to stay at a nice level. We find a Nightshade, TM, and then we head straight to the Pokemart to sell all our items, our Thunderstone, our Revive, because we can't use it. We sell the Nugget that we got, and then from there, we forgot to buy potions because, you know, ADHD, I forget, I button mash. So we buy 5 potions, and we move on. We're going to go heal our team right before we fight Misty and her gym. I do things a little bit out of order here. So instead of going to Bill's house and training up my team, I'm like, I have level 20 Pokemon. I'm feeling pretty confident. You know, let's go take on Misty's gym. So we're going to take on her gym trainers. Hopefully it won't be anything too serious. We skipped the first one to fight the second one because I just want to see what I'm in for. We find another dragon here who has Nightshade. Who would have guessed she'd have the words, I can't talk. The TM we had just found. We try out Lick. We keep trying to Lick to, you know, paralyze her. And since it's our only dragon type move, we're like, oh man, this isn't working out too well. Well, low kick does way more damage than we were comfortable with. So we send in Hedwig to help clean up the ponytail, because we don't even know what type that low kick is, but luckily it wasn't anything too scary. With that being said, it's time to take on this last gym trainer. Don't think I was gonna skip it. I just saved the best for last, you know, because, you know, instead of one Pokemon they have two, and they have another annoying Hypno. We try to set up some cheese, and luckily it does hit itself. We do some more double teams to set up our evasiveness. Still get hit through the slash, and it almost one-shots us. So that scares us into Felix, because, you know, bring out the man, the myth, the legend himself, the straight GOAT of our team. And he's just going to two-shot this man. I mean, does not stand a chance. And then, lo and behold, we find another cheese. Luckily, though, our cheese is better than their cheese. So, you know, we missed, I think, one waterfall and then hit the second one and destroyed this Ivysaur. Did not even have a chance against us. We run back real quick to heal at the Pokemon Center and get ready for Misty. It is time for that second gym hype. I would love to see y'all what you think her most powerful Pokemon is going to be. Obviously, it's not the Spearow, but let's see if we hopefully we don't lose anybody, you know, coming into this battle. They set up a straight Hyper Beam. We're not worried about that. Luckily, she throws up the X defense. So what do? We go for the Confuse Ray. And I accidentally hit Confuse Ray twice because, you know, button mash. I just can't help it, you know. Just the way I am. We take it out, get Kevin to level 20, and she's sending out a Blastoise. I mean, we're a little bit afraid because we don't know what this thing is. So we're like, what do we go for? It does Egg Bomb. So we know it has a rock type move, which is super effective against almost all my team. So now it's like, well, I can't use that. Luckily it goes for Splash, and then it gets another X defense. So we're just like, I don't know what to do. I don't really want to die here. And if, you know, I don't finish it off here, I'm probably going to die. So we send out Hedwig. Unfortunately, Hedwig gets absolutely destroyed by this Blastoise. He is no more. And hopefully, you know, Iris can come in, pick up the dub, and avenge our fallen comrade. But with the Cascade badge, I can't talk still, we get Slash again. We're going to hold on to that. Actually, no, we do put in the PC after we put all the items in the PC that we just got, as well as deposit our dead Hedwig. You know, it's just low. He's just gone. You know, it is what it is. Now we have 2 more Mons we still can get this episode. We still have the grass up above, Nugget Bridge to the left, and we had the grass right before the route before Bill's house. So, with that being said, we skip this trainer, try to get a decent encounter. Would you know, we get Lord frickin' Helix, man. Don't even need that stinking fossil. So hopefully, you know, we're going to try and do our best to catch it. It does acid armor, so it goes quick, completely invisible. Has earthquake, so you know he has powerful moves. You know we want that. But unfortunately, he goes for frickin' self-destruct. He's like, if you're not allowed to have me, no one's allowed to have me. And he's like, and we're just like, you know what, we gotta respect it. Lord Helix he went out on his own terms, you know. So with that being said, we have one more chance to try and get our 6th encounter, or a 6th Mon for our team. Hopefully we get something powerful. We don't know what we're gonna get. And look, it's a Vulpix. We don't know what type Vulpix is. We're actually not against this. We're hoping that it's something decent because, you know, Psybeam was pretty powerful there. So, and it was super effective against us. Hopefully it's not another rock type, even though it had Egg Bomb. That's what we're kind of hoping here. And it had Guillotine for the cheese. So, if, you know, we get an X accuracy, boom, done. Alright, time to see what this thing is. We name it Kurama after the nine-tailed fox off of Naruto, of course, because, you know, awesome name. And it does evolve into a Ninetales. Unfortunately, it is a rock type, and we are just, like, destroyed by that. Just knowing that it's another rock type. But, lo and behold, it's time to move on. We fight this grass-type Charmander. And all he does, he can't do nothing to us. I mean, like, we are just in the clear while he just tries his best just to try and hurt us at all, but you know, it's just tickling us. Our Yggdrasil is just like, bro, you're a little lizard climbing up my almighty tree, and I'm just gonna peck you to death. Then we have another cloister. We don't know how to handle this cloister because, unfortunately, Hedwig's gone. So we don't know who to go to. We don't know what to do here. So what do? We go and stay in. Luckily, we get a crit drill peck. We're like, I wonder if this will work. Scratch is super effective, but it does like no damage. So we opt to just keep spamming the drill peck and hopefully that we can kill it. Unfortunately, it does heal up quite a bit here with a crit Mega Drain just to give it that 1 HP save. But that's alright. We leveled up to 18, and it's time to move on to the next trainer. This little schoolboy sends out a Vaporeon. Don't any of y'all be getting any ideas with that. You know, this is a rated PG. This is a PG video, man. Don't be getting any ideas. But he sends out the Electrode. Almost destroyed with Headbutt. Sends out a Leech Seed, but the Leech Seed cheese does not matter, man. With that being said, it's time to move on to Lazy. This little lazy girl sends out a Spearow. We destroy with a Headbutt. Felix is the new GOAT of the team. He's always been the GOAT. He's not really the new GOAT. Let's be honest here. And then we destroy her Goldeen. We move on. We're just like, we got 2 more trainers, but we want that trainer to move up above us so we can get the item or the TM above him. But we have this hiker in our way. So what do we do about the hiker? Well, unfortunately, he has a Ditto with Metronome and gets a Thunder Half, which hit a crit. Luckily, it didn't do too much damage, but it did put us at it put us exactly at half health. So we were a little scary of that. You know, we got to be wary of that being at half health. So we go to Iris, who destroys this Vileplume. Luckily, we stay in with Iris against the Eevee. Hopefully we can destroy it in one shot. We don't quite destroy it in one shot, but that's alright. We're just going to flamethrower spam all the way through. And this is where it's going to get y'all a little bit mad at the Extreme Randomizer. We do flamethrower on a Staryu. It's super effective. You gotta love it. Ugh, who would have guessed that, man? Normally you would have swapped out off your little Ponyta, but here, nah, Ponyta is the king because that's our dragon. With that being said, we send out Kevin against Graveler. We don't know quite what Graveler's typing is, but apparently normal type is pretty great against it. So, with that being said, we absolutely destroy this with Kevin. Nothing to worry about at all since we outspeed. But unfortunately, the Diglett, we are a little scary of, so we send out our girl Iris, the dragon, to destroy this little mole. After toasting its little toes, we move on and try to grab this TM, and lo and behold, we get Barrier. Unfortunately, not a great TM. So it's time to move on. I forget where the hidden item is here. It's actually on the other side of the girl. That's why I went up, if y'all were wondering. So we fight this girl. She's the last trainer. She has a little cute Persian, little kitty cat. We're going to absolutely destroy this little thing, though. Because it has no special, apparently, and it's using Petal Dance. So luckily, we get the crit, destroy it. Kevin gets to level 21. We're super excited. We're going to set up the Confuse Ray against the Clefable. Luckily, it does hit itself, and then we're just going to try and destroy it, which luckily we get 2 hits itself, or it hit itself twice in confusion. Then we get a little nervous of this Dragonair, right? We're just like, okay, we don't know what to go for here. Hopefully our damage will be good. Damage isn't great. We get put to sleep through the confusion. So we're like, alright, well, since it's a dragon, let's send out our own dragon. But lo and behold, Wrap is either an ice type or a dragon type move because it's super effective against us. And he's no longer confused, so there's no point in even trying to stay in with that. Luckily, Sing does not hit us, and we one-shot it with a headbutt. So, and that is all the trainers that we are going to be fighting. We find another nugget. That's great. Money, money, money. Make it rain, dude. We're going to be needing that later for more Pokeballs and more healing items. With that, we save Bill. We put him in his little transporter, whatever, ponder thing, and he turns back into a human. He gives us our SS ticket, which I didn't see it actually say it showed up in my inventory, so I double-checked to make sure it's actually there and I didn't have too many items. Because as you know, in Gen 1, you can't hold a lot. With that being said, I make sure that we move and change our team around because we want Felix to keep getting some XP. So we're a little nervous of this rocket since we already lost our boy. And we don't want to lose anymore. So we keep going and we're going to fight this rocket. and just hopefully destroy him. We don't know what he has. So let's see what he has in store for us. He sends out a legendary. Luckily, it puts us to sleep. But the nice thing about fighting a legendary, it might not have the stats of a legendary. Like, look at that. It only did 3 damage. If that was a normal Articuno, it'd do way more. For some reason, this thing has the stats of a freaking Caterpie. Absolutely gets destroyed, but it has the XP that we were needing. So with that being said, we sends out a Charizard. We send out our Dragon. Now, we already know that Charmander was a grass type, so it should follow evolution lines. Even though evolution lines are randomized, Charizard is a grass type. And it gets one-shotted by our Flamethrower. You gotta love it, man. You gotta love the randomness of this. We get Clamp as a TM, which is pretty good. I mean, cheesy move, but we're not gonna teach it right now. Instead, what we're gonna do, we're gonna heal, and that's gonna be the end of this episode. I think that's a good place to stop. With that being said, I love y'all. Stay safe out there. Peace out. Stay safe.